I mean, let's face it, nobody enjoys rejection or criticism or embarrassment, but there are people who spend their entire lives trying to avoid these feelings. People with avoidant personality disorder experience social awkwardness. They spend a lot of time focusing on their own shortcomings and are extremely reluctant to enter into any kind of relationship where they could be rejected. So dating, of course, is usually out of the question. So, of course, this often results in loneliness and distancing themselves from any sort of relationship, including work friendships. In fact, speaking about work, people with AVPD tend to refuse promotions. They'll also make excuses, to miss meetings, or will be terrified to attend any kind of work event where they might make friends. So they'll often turn down invitations to people's homes or to barbecues or to staff days. They'll even turn down invitations to family weddings and what have you. Now, AVPD is what we call a cluster C personality disorder, and these are the anxious, fearful disorders, like dependent personality disorder and obsessive compulsive personality disorder. So, what are the symptoms of AVPD? It's probably better if I put them on the screen so that you can pause the video and take a look. Let's do that. Now, the causes of AVPD are thought to involve genetic, environmental, social, and psychological factors. Things like emotional abuse, criticism, or ridicule in childhood is also thought to be a factor. And of course, we think that maybe lack of affection or nurturing by a parent or guardian in childhood could result in AVPD if there are other factors present, because lack of parental nurturing on its own doesn't usually result in it. Rejection by peers in school, for example, might trigger it as well. What we do know, though, is that often individuals with AVPD are very shy as children, and they don't outgrow this shyness. Now, AVPD is split pretty equally amongst men and women and doesn't affect one sex over the other, and it shouldn't be mistaken for social anxiety disorder. It's not the same thing. We used to think it was the same thing, or at least we used to think it was similar, but we now know that it's not. So don't confuse avoidant personality disorder with anxiety disorder. It's very different.